Have you ever felt like you only pop up on people's radar when they need a favor? Have you ever canceled your own important plans, your rest, your peace, your focus, just to rush to the aid of someone who immediately vanishes when their problem is solved? If that hits close to home, then this story is for you. It's about how the world will keep taking from you until you finally decide to stop being constantly available. In a charming, quiet village valley, nestled between acres of barley and tall pines, lived a man named Liam. Liam was the village's unofficial utility belt. Sinking well pump? Call Liam. Leaky irrigation pipe? Ask Liam. Need a ride to the next town or a shoulder to cry on? Liam was there. He couldn't say no. He genuinely believed that his constant availability was what made him a good, respected neighbor. And for a while, it did. But slowly, Liam's life began to slip through his fingers. His own small orchard lay untended. The porch of his cabin desperately needed shoring up, yet he was always out fixing someone else's fence or pulling a wagon out of the mud. Every evening, exhausted and covered in dust, his older sister, Clara, would watch him and sigh. "Liam, you mend everyone's world, but who is mending yours?" He'd offer a tired smile. "It's fine, Clara. They'll appreciate it one day." But that day never seemed to arrive. One day, a fierce storm struck, and Liam made a choice that cost him everything. Keep listening to find out what finally made him question his endless generosity. One late afternoon, the sky turned a bruised purple. A severe thunderstorm was coming, and the villagers scrambled to secure their property. Liam, instead of securing his own vulnerable fruit harvest, ran to help his neighbor, Marcus, who had left his animal feed exposed. They worked frantically, covering and tarping all of Marcus's supplies. Meanwhile, Liam's own orchard lay open to the sky. The rain hit with a vengeance. By the time Liam stumbled back home, soaked to the bone, his entire season's crop, his family's income, was ruined, washed away in the mud. He sat on his ruined porch, watching the water pool in his field, a cold, heavy emptiness settling in his gut. That night, Clara spoke only 2 sentences. "You saved every neighbor's livelihood, Liam, except your own." Liam didn't argue. Something profound and painful had finally cracked inside him. The next morning, driven by his despair, Liam sought out Bryn, an old, highly respected shepherd who lived alone up on the ridge by the Whispering Creek. "Bryn," he confessed, "I help everyone, yet I am hollow. The work doesn't tire me. The people do." Bryn looked at the flowing water and asked, "Liam, look at this creek. It nourishes all the land. But what happens if the rains become too much and the creek forgets its banks?" Liam pondered the question. "It floods and destroys everything," he murmured. "Exactly," Bryn nodded. "Even compassion requires banks. Without boundaries, your kindness becomes self-destruction. Stop being everywhere for everyone. Be somewhere for yourself." Bryn gave Liam a simple but terrifying task: to start saying no. What happened to Liam's relationships, and how did the village react when he finally set his first boundary? The answer might surprise you. Bryn's advice was simple. For the next week, do not say yes immediately. When someone asks for help, pause and ask yourself, can I truly afford to give this right now? If the answer is no, simply reply, not today. The first day was the hardest. Marcus, the feed owner, rushed over. "Liam, my truck is stuck on the south road. I need you to bring your winch." Liam looked at his own weed-choked orchard. His heart hammered with guilt, but he took a deep breath. "I'm sorry, Marcus. Today I have to work on my own land." Marcus stared. "You're saying no?" Liam nodded. "Yes, I can maybe help tomorrow, but not today." Marcus frowned and walked away, clearly annoyed.
Liam felt a pang of guilt, but kept working. By sundown, for the first time in months, his focus had been purely on his own future. Over the next few days, he politely but firmly turned away several small requests. Each no chipped away at the old, overwhelmed Liam. That night, he felt a serenity he hadn't experienced in years. On the fifth day, a heavy, unexpected shower hit, and Liam's makeshift roof repair finally gave out. He looked around his village. No one came running. A sad smile touched his lips. When he was always available, everyone needed him. Now that he had stepped back, there was silence. But instead of anger, he felt a powerful sense of independence. He fixed the roof himself, alone. That night, sitting under his secure roof, Liam whispered a quiet phrase that changed his life forever. Stick around to learn how his newfound self-respect didn't push people away, but actually made them like and trust him more. Weeks passed. The new Liam was profoundly different. He didn't rush to please. He prioritized his inner peace over other people's temporary approval. And a transformative thing happened. People began to respect him. Marcus, realizing Liam wasn't a universal crutch anymore, started planning better and handling his own minor problems. Neighbors stopped knocking for trivial favors. Liam's orchard began to flourish, greener and healthier than ever before. His posture straightened. His authentic smile returned. Strangely, people actually liked him more. He was no longer the man who did everything for everyone. He was a man who clearly and confidently valued himself. One evening, old Bryn visited Liam's home. He surveyed the thriving crops and asked, "So, Liam, did the world collapse when you stopped being a savior?" Liam's eyes sparkled. "No, Bryn, it only became clearer. For the first time, I have energy left for the people who truly matter." Bryn smiled and nodded slowly. "When you stopped saying yes to everyone else, my friend, you finally said yes to yourself. And that is when everything truly changes." So, are you caught in the same cycle as the old Liam? Always available, but running on empty? Remember this, you are not a bad person for saying no. You are simply choosing to protect your most precious resources, your time, your mind, and your energy. People don't respect what's infinitely available. They respect what you protect. If this story resonated with your heart, subscribe to Success Journey Tales, where every story is a lesson in life and a pathway to fluency.